How's it going, everyone? It is Prashan here with two 18s, and we're doing a
Yeah.
tier list, another one for you guys. It's been a while. I'm better this time. I was dying on the last one. The audio was horrible, but we'll make it up on this one. We're gonna be going over all the five costs in Marvel Snap, and we are gonna start with Mockingbird. But before we start with Mockingbird, what do you want to say to the people?
I want to say to the people, man, y'all leave a like for Sean on the road to 10K, so y'all help him start getting there. I'm on the road to 2K. Y'all can help me get there if you feel like it. And also, we have a playlist with all the previous episodes, just in case you guys miss one. So yeah,
Yes. We might have to run back four. We might have to run that one back. We'll see.
Right.
We'll see. All right. So starting off with Mockingbird, where do you have her?
Mockingbird. I say either A or S. To be honest with you, it's really S. Yes, it's just really easy to. I mean, Brood plus what's his name, Absorbing Man. Squirrel. It's just so easy to not have a card that have a card that you didn't start with on your side of the field to make her cheap.
Yeah.
And
Even with Loki decks, and even
yeah,
with like Baron Mordo, she
right,
goes good with him too. Like so many good cards, like she goes with to be discounted and then played like the final turn. She could be played final turn as a surprise.
right. And she's under the threshold where she can't be like Shang-Chi
Yeah.
or something like that. So she's just solid. She's just good, man.
She's gonna get nerfed. I feel that coming for sure. So next we have Gamora. Where you got her?
More, man. How you feel about B?
Yeah, I think she's B. Like she's a solid guard. I think she's a
Right.
very solid 5, but I feel like she gets lost in the shuffle, especially at lockdown. There's so many different options now.
Exactly, right. You don't have to run like that Jean Grey Guardian style.
Yeah.
On top of that, like War Machine, so I don't even really have to worry about where you're trying to lock me down. I could just play over there. You know what I mean? But even outside of that, I guess you could really throw her on any deck because it's based off of you predicting where they're gonna play. But if you like would run her outside of like a lockdown deck with the other Guardians or something like that, she's just not the optimal card to just fit in on like a random destroy deck that you're trying to build and like throw her on or something like that, right? So, but I mean, she good.
Yeah, and then turn 5 too. It's like, all right, like it doesn't feel that good when you miss.
Yeah,
Like it's like, oh, I could have played something else. So
exactly.
yeah, I think she's B. She's okay. And then next we have Sarah.
Young Sarah S. What you got? What you think? A S. All right, cool. Y'all, do we really got to explain this one? Like,
Like anytime you could discount cards and get them out sooner, yes, of course you want to play Sarah. Back in the day, there was like the Wave and Sarah combos that were crazy.
right.
And then poor Zabu, like those Sarah Zabu stuff, shenanigans that was going on too. Like this card is OP, goes in a lot of decks. So yes, I believe she's S.
Definitely.
And then next we have Black Panther here.
Black Panther. I'ma say I don't like A or B. I mean, the thing is, you kind of really only use them with like Wong and Arnim Zola. You know what I mean? I know they like have Shuri to like complement his ability, but you just use Red Skull instead. So it's like, it's not bad though. B.
Because like you want to play him, like he's such a
Right.
good card. But it's like, all right, if I like, I don't want to play him on 6 because it's only 8 power.
Exactly.
And like when you play him on 5, it's too obvious of what you're
What you're gonna do. Right.
So that's the only reason why.
Yeah. I guess yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just really telegraphed, but I mean if they don't have anything to stop what you're trying to do, you should be all right. So,
And then next we have Blue Marvel.
Blue Marvel, I say S. Cuz you got Cerebro 2, obviously you have like Patriot decks or whatever with like Ultron, or like a standard Patriot deck. You can like an ongoing style. You could copy them with like Iron Lad. You know what? You look like you disagree. Like what?
I
What
think I
you
have him in A. I have him in
A?
A.
All right. Why not
It's a
S
good
then?
card, but like since the game has gotten so tall,
Yeah.
I don't want to invest in a blue Marvel on 5. Unless like I'm playing like Zoo or Cerebro. I might want to do
Or
that. But like any other deck right now, he's not in there.
well, yeah. I mean, we
But we
come
could
back
keep
to
him
it.
up there. We could
We can, yeah, save S for the top 5. Yeah, we come back.
Then next we have Devil Dino.
Devil don't know. You say A or A?
I would say I got him
Okay.
in A.
Yeah. I mean, he has his own deck, or you could like throw him on there with Loki.
Yeah.
Um,
And then old school Moon Girl, Devil Dino.
right. Yeah, and I mean, it's just really easy to be able to, like, a lot of cards like Snow Guard, Agent 13. You know, it's just really easy to be able to draw cards
Right. Yeah.
or add cards to your hand, rather. So,
And then next we have Iron Man. Where you got him?
I say A.
A?
A or S?
I have him in S.
S? All right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not mad at that, right?
Because he could win you a whole lane just by putting him down.
At the end, right. On top of that, you can use him on,
Living
I guess, like a
Tribunal
Mr.
decks. Or you
Negative.
could,
Yeah, Mr.
yeah, Mr.
Tribunal.
Negative.
Cerebro Zero.
Yeah, Cerebro. Like you could play, yeah, Cerebro 3. You could put him down and play Valkyrie.
Right.
Yeah, like I said, Tribunal. You could use Mystique. Have 2 Iron Men on the board.
Yeah.
Of course, because he's ongoing. But I think he's a solid card. He swings games for the most part.
Right.
Only thing that could really get him is technically Lady Deathstrike, Enchantress.
Rogue.
Forget,
Right.
yeah, Rogue. And then next we have Lady Thor.
Jane Foster. We got. I don't, man. The 5s are difficult.
Yeah, they are.
They. What? How you feel about like A or B?
Either
How you feel about? All right.
Either and B, because she's situational. Like you only play her with like Thor, Beta Ray Bill, or you try to put her in negative, but sometimes it's clunky.
Yeah. And those decks aren't that great to, like, they're not consistent enough.
Right.
But she's cool. But that's what you would use her on. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say she's just situational. Like you have to play her with other cards that synergize with her. Where
Exactly.
like
Kind of.
Sarah,
Yeah,
you don't
kinda
have
like
to.
Black.
Like Iron Man, you don't have to. Like all the other cards, you really don't have to.
Right. Yeah. Black Panther, Gamora. Yeah. Right. It's
Yeah,
more
they could-
situational than the higher cards.
Yeah. Let's see here. Next we have Claw.
Young Claw. Man, I think Claw should be an A, bro. I really
think-
like Claw.
I think he's A tier too, but the problem, like no one plays him that much.
Yeah. It's just. So I mean, obviously, you could run them with like a Spectrum or Onslaught type of build.
Right.
Even a lockdown, you know, you lock down that right lane or the middle lane. You play him on the left to whatever lane you lock down. And I mean, just like 10 power, even though it's like split, I just feel like it's really good.
Oh yeah, but I think sometimes with Claw, like there's too much thinking. Like you have to think of where to put him. Like, is this gonna work if you put him here?
Right, you
And then
don't-
locations
exactly.
too. Like locations can screw you up.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to put him in a bar with no name just so you could get 6 power, or maybe you do, but you have to be like careful.
Right.
So it just depends. And then next we have Kang.
Man, F, man.
Yeah, if there's a trash folder
Trash
somewhere,
tier, D tier.
he would be in the trash.
Come on,
For sure.
man.
Let's
They got buff my guy.
yeah, he's trash. Definitely trash. All right, let's next we have Hobgoblin.
A definitely A or S, I would say.
Yeah, I think he's A.
Yeah.
Disruption, it's enough to swing a location. 8
Right.
power is crazy. And
And
especially
you're
when you
crowding them up too,
yeah,
so
you're clogging him up too, so yeah, I definitely have him in the B tier. And then next we have Ronan
Ronan,
or A tier, sorry.
I'd say like B or C to be honest. I
Yeah,
think he's better now than he was. Because what they
yeah,
do give him just like 2 extra power or something. But I mean the fact that you have to like give them cards to play is like kind of not great for you.
right. Like I think he goes in and out of Snap.
Yeah.
Like he's popular for like maybe a few weeks and then he dies again because people figure it out. And I think like
Right.
slowly he's coming back. But like the whole Sandman thing too is weird because it's like you want to play him with Sandman that way the opponent's hand they're not playing all their
Right.
cards.
They
So
can't play all their stuff, but
yeah, so it's he's in the awkward spot in Snap right now. I feel. And then next we have Doctor Octopus.
B or C.
Yeah, I have him in C.
Okay.
It seems like every time I use him, I get shanked.
The- right, you
So-
just draw all their best stuff and then or they have all their good stuff in their hand, you put it on the board for them.
Yeah.
Right. So
Or you lose the game because you play
Exactly.
Doctor Octopus.
yeah, you can't and I mean you could kinda do I don't know, like a Dr. Octopus Arnhem Zola, you know what I mean, to like make them play everything there, then you move to the other 2 spots, but
Yeah.
it's just
Or it's like you want to do like a Shuri Doctor Octopus that weighs
Right.
at 20, but you always pull a Shang, so you don't want to do that. combo.
exactly. Right.
Like I
Isn't
wouldn't
that like
mind
the
trying
most
to
popular
do,
card?
What was that?
Isn't
Shang?
he like yeah.
Oh yeah, he's
So,
probably the most
yeah.
popular tech card because no one plays Cosmo anymore. You don't see Enchantress. No one plays Echo. Like, yeah, it's Shang by far. And then next we have Cannonball, one of the newer
Big
fives in Marvel
Cannonball?
Snap.
Big Cannonball, I would say you look like you A or B. That's what it looks like.
I have him in A.
All right, yeah, I say A. It's just yeah, I mean it's good, right? You moving their strongest guy away or turn it into a rock.
Yeah,
That's just good.
yeah. And there's times where I put down a Goblin in their lane, and then the Goblin was the strongest card.
Oh no.
So I boomed the Goblin into another lane because I knew they were gonna do something, and like I straight up won just
Right.
being smart. So I think Cannonball, there's a little bit of thinking, like a little bit of like setup for him, but when he works, he works for sure.
Definitely.
And he works with this guy here, Professor X. What do you got?
Young Professor X. What do you think? A or B? A or B?
I think he's A.
Okay. Yep.
I think he's A tier. Like anytime you can lock down a lane, and then only card that scares me with him is Jeff. It may be Claw, but you don't see Claw out there.
Right. Right. Jeff, Claw, Spectrum.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I mean, unless they have like War Machine, then
Yeah, that too. But I don't see War Machine that often. Or it's been weird. People have been playing War Machine like right on curve, which has been weird
Word.
too.
But yeah,
So-
Professor X is pretty solid though.
Oh yeah. And then next we have Arrow. Is she a
Yeah.
5'7" or 5'8" now?
She's 5'9" now.
Oh, 5'9".
She's a 9, but I mean, I feel like she's still not that great. I would say
No.
like B or C.
Yeah, I would say C. I don't even remember the last time I played Arrow, to
Right.
be honest. Like she
I only have
was
like
one of the best cards in Snap, and then all of a sudden they just nerfed her down to
nerfed her
like nothing.
ability, right? Yeah. I mean, I would only use her with like a kingpin, but I feel like even then, like on turn 5, you can You know, if you're running like that type of deck, you can I mean, it's just better combos. Like you can do Polaris plus Craven or something.
Mm.
Like she's just on top of that, her ability. You can't like. Doesn't she like not move the unrevealed card or something like that?
Yeah, it's something
Yeah,
weird.
they like nerfed her in that sense too. So she's just not that great,
No,
unfortunately.
no. And then next we have Annihilus here. I think it's
Nihilus, I
a
would say A or
5.
S,
He's
five
a
six.
5/6 now.
Yeah,
I would say A. I think he's
A.
an A.
Why not? Well, I mean, I was gonna say S, but maybe it's just he's just not strong enough to be S. I don't know.
He's one of those cards that's
Yeah.
situational too. It's not like you could put him in every deck. It's
Right.
either
Exactly.
it's either you're playing stuff that has negative stuff or you're anticipating for that counter, but you
Right.
shouldn't be anticipating for that. So yeah, he's definitely situational. And then
Word.
next we have Modoc.
I say A.
Yeah, I say A too. Like he has to be in almost every discard deck.
Exactly. And he just powers up Morbius like so much and gets everybody else like Proxima. He gets her on the board. He's the reason why you can run your Modoc hella right. So I mean, he's just very good on all
Yeah,
discard.
yeah. So next we have Sandman here. What do you think about Sandman?
The new Sandman, I don't really like it to be honest. I feel like he's
They killed him.
what you think like C then
I think he's a B.
B
I think he still does what he needs to do, but I probably would have had him in A before.
word.
Like, because
Yeah,
technically you're missing one turn. Like, you want to play him on 4, and then you want to have the advantage on 5 and 6, but now you just have the advantage on 6.
exactly right. So it's just worse in that regard. But
Yeah, but I don't know. They sort of killed him. R.I.P. Sandman. And then next we have Valkyrie.
young Valkyrie, I like high B or low A.
Yeah, I think so. She
I
can
think
swing a game.
yeah, but yeah, I mean it's just kind of pretty much the same case for B. Every card in B is just like very situational. Whereas the cards that are ranked higher, you can kind of use them if it's still a situational card to use. The strategy is just better, or they just have a wider range of decks that they fit on. Right.
Or it's a bigger swing. Like Hobgoblin could win you a location, Cannonball could win you a location, like Professor
Exactly.
X could win you a location. Modoc has to go into almost every discard. And then next we have Taskmaster. Where you got him.
I like A or B. I okay.
But sometimes you don't want to be too obvious. Because if they
Right.
Shang whatever you're trying to Taskmaster, it's over.
Then it doesn't work exactly.
And then
So
like there's no Shadow King, so you don't have to worry about Shadow King.
no.
And then next we have Stature.
Bad C.
See?
Yeah, she's not. Because here's the thing: if you don't got Black Bolt, who got nerfed, or Silver Samurai, or what's the last card? Moon Knight.
But what if they're
Which
playing discard? Like discards being played left and right.
right? But I'm not putting Stature as like my tech card. If it's like a discard meta, I'd rather like, you know what I mean, put like Rogue or something to take that Morbius away, or Enchantress or Shang. Like I'm just not using her.
True. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I think she's
again,
a
if
wild card within your own discard deck at times. I don't I'm probably higher on Stature than you are.
word.
But I understand. I totally understand.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just that I like statue.
You just like her. It hurt you.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. Next we have Legion.
Legion. Um, I feel like he would go like directly in the middle of everybody somehow because
I think he's a low B.
okay, it's just like you want to use him when it only benefits you, which maybe you would have come like kind of throw him on somewhat of a lockdown deck or something like that. But
I, don't know, I think he's a decent tech card, or if you don't like the location for the
right,
weekend
just
or for the day, you could just pop him in a deck and play
exactly
him. Or you could just play like Scarlet Witch or something. But I think he's decent. Yeah, he's mostly situational with lockdown
right,
decks. I think he's a strong card, but I don't know. Like sometimes you just don't want to change the location, or the location's fine, or you, there's so many other plays you could probably make instead of changing the
exactly,
location. And then
exactly.
next we have Spider Woman.
Spider Woman. I never see Spider Woman, but I don't think she's bad.
Same.
Like based off usage, she would probably be like D or F, but I think she's like
Yeah.
a B tier card,
Yeah, I
right?
think
Like
she's a B card too. It's just that people, I don't know if like she being used the right way. Like people understand the swing that she could do. I don't know. And then next we have Abomination.
um. So I mean, obviously, regular. You don't really use the regular one, but the evolved abomination. Yeah, you kind of. I mean, you kind of got to rely on like those cards that take power away, right?
Where you got
But
it?
those cards, I would say like, I don't want to say C,
I don't want to say C either. I would put him, I guess, middle of
like
B.
mid. Okay, yeah,
Because like by himself, he's fine. He doesn't get shanged. And then in
right.
a high Evo deck, he could get down to zero, especially
To
if they don't
zero,
play
exactly.
Mobius. Like you get a
Or Luke
free zero
Cage.
9.
Yeah, yeah. It's just not mock. It's just not Mockingbird though. So
Like Mockingbird does what Abomination does, but better.
right, and you don't have to run that extra card to be able to change his ability, right? So
Like yeah, high Evo's like a throwaway card. Like you get upset when you see it in your hand. And next
young
we have a
Leech,
Leech.
my twin Leech, man. We, I probably put him like C. Honestly, his new ability is just not. It just don't hit no more.
Nah.
You can't be that. It yeah, it could, but you can't be that same scrub that you used to be, where you you run your high Evo deck, play them turn 5, skip 6, and then you get your Infinite and She-Hulk out. Like, cause if they're running like somewhat of an ongoing strategy, like it just doesn't affect them at all.
No.
So
But if they're playing Shang, like if you think
yeah,
something's gonna get Shang, that's the only. Or like I don't know, maybe Legion or like.
yeah.
But
It's
you
just
rather play
it's just
something else because he's a
yeah,
5-3. Like you rather play
exactly.
something bigger on 5.
And if I'm gonna run them, it would probably be on high Evo. But I already have like armor and Kyera to prevent my big cards from getting destroyed. So I don't, you know what I mean? I don't need him for Shane.
Exactly. Then next we have Darkhawk.
Darkhawk. I'm glad they nerfed him, man. This is like my most hated card before.
Really?
um, I have not seen him since he got nerfed, so I really
Yeah, I don't
don't.
see him that often either. To be honest, I
I
I
would
don't
say
know.
like,
I still think he's A tier.
you still think?
Yeah. He's
Because
just
you
like
can,
Ronin though. Like it's just that they pop up, they come and go.
right. Okay, yeah. You just can't use them to the same degree where you can like wait to the last turn to play them and then put like Mystique, or you put your Rock Slide or Shang with him, like because that 5 cost 4 power is just kind of weird for him.
Yeah.
like weird for that deck.
Yeah, he's
So
actually a 5, not a 4.
yeah,
And then next
Adam
we have
Warlock.
White Tiger.
White Tiger next. Uh, I'd
Say
say
like
like A or B. I throw her like right next to Black Panther or something.
yeah, I think she's a B.
Right.
I was running her in like a weird like discard deck back in the day and it worked, but it doesn't work anymore. So yeah, I think she's okay. She goes in Wong decks. Beginner like snap players, they'll play her a lot. She'll go in those decks. Wong going.
Right.
But yeah, I just think she's a good card. I would say B. And then next we have Vision.
Vision. I would say A or S for Vision.
Yeah, I would say A for Vision.
Yeah.
For sure.
Just
He's
being able
definitely
to move is just that. It's just that great,
Yeah.
right? Because you could throw him on lockjaw. You don't got to worry about clogging that lane up. Obviously, a lot of people are running like that. Hope Summers, Angela.
Yeah, Kitty
You know
Pryde
that
engine.
right? That where you want to move the cards off of that lane. It's good against lockdown decks because I can move to where you put your storm.
Yeah.
You know, so
And you can
it's just good.
play
It's just good.
Shuri, Vision, and then you can
Shuri
play Taskmaster.
Vision, right? Move it. They don't know where to put their Shang, you know. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's a very good card.
yeah,
And then next we have Spider-Man 2099.
and they killed him too because he used to be 4-6 and he was bad before, but I
Yeah.
think he's D now.
I
I
think-
thought he was like C, but now he's just bad because you don't want to waste your turn if you're running like a move deck. You probably don't want to waste your turn just playing him to be able to destroy somebody next turn because you might want to Hulkbuster, you know, turn 5, put your cloak down to be able to move your vulture or something like that. Power up all your other cards, and then on the last turn use Heimdall. I call him Big Heem. Use Big Heem on the last on the last turn rather than just wasting it on him. I feel like he's just
Yeah,
you just don't use him.
Yeah,
You-
I think if his ability was like each time he moves,
Destroy somebody, but that
Yeah.
might be broke. That might
but he's a 5, so you
yeah.
can
So
only
you
do
only
it
be able to move him but one time. So
unless you try to
Yeah.
ramp him out.
exactly.
Yeah, but I think if he does it every time he moves and you bring him to a 4, like a 4-2 or something, a 4-3 or something, I think that would be great.
Word. Yeah, that might be a lot better.
And then people would actually be afraid of move a little
Of
bit.
move decks. Exactly.
And then next we have Adam Warlock.
Warlock, I would say D or F to be
Yeah, I say
honest.
D.
Same reason as Spider-Man, like it's just same reason as everybody lower than Arrow in my opinion. There's just always a better turn 5 option. No matter if the deck is like catered toward the specific or if the deck is catered toward how do you cater a deck towards Adam Warlock first of all?
I'm thinking maybe
But-
Lockjaw, where he could
Yeah.
he could come out early, or you could play like Iron Lad Jubilee to get him out early.
Word.
But you
It's
would
just-
rather do something else than play
Exactly.
Adam Warlock. Like you might as well play if you want the extra card draw, play Crystal,
Exactly.
and you can play Crystal sooner. It's just that I think if he was like a 2-3 or like a 2-1 or something, maybe like that'll be better because you can at least draw one. You can actually get him to draw a card for you. You just have to guess
Right.
the lane. But yeah, the way he is now is he's trash.
Just not good. Exactly.
And then next we have Red Skull.
Red Skull? I would say A. I mean, he's that like Shuri Sauron deck just is always gonna be there for you, and Red Skull is always gonna do what he does, double, and then you get your Taskmaster. Like,
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, Shuri Red
That's-
Skull was like so strong for so long.
yeah,
It's
And
still
I-
strong.
exactly. That's really the only way people use him. But I mean, it's just that great that I feel like he just deserves to be an A.
Yeah, for sure. And then next we have Lady Deathstrike.
Deathstrike, man, I would say D or F, bro. I don't
Wow.
even after, especially after the change, because here's the thing. I remember reading the patch. They were talking about how they didn't want her to be exclusively using like a gimmick where you do like Shuri, Death Strike, Arnim Zola. But now I feel like there's just they changed her because they didn't want her to be a gimmick exclusive card. Now I
Right.
feel like there's just not only is she's not a gimmick, but there's just no reason for me to use her on like my destroy deck on turn 5 because I can Shuri Nimrod. I can destroy you know what I mean, my Deadpool again or one of my other cards again.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's kind of the exact same reasoning as Spider-Man. Like the deck that she fits on, she's always the unoptimal choice, in my opinion. And on top of that, her new ability, she can't even, you know, you look at the cards that counter destroy decks, right? You got Armor, Cosmo. Obviously, she wasn't gonna be able to do anything about them because
Yeah.
of their abilities. But now you got Kyra. You know what I'm saying? You can't even destroy her.
Oh yeah, you can't. She's a 4.
Exactly. So
But I would
I mean,
say, like, I want to put her in junk decks, just in case you get stuff on your side or get stuck with stuff and you don't have a Nihilist. You could just use Lady Deathstrike. So if you get the Void on your side and you don't have a Nihilist, you could use Lady Deathstrike. I think
right.
that's decent. I
I
think you could get someone's Dracula because I've been sniping Draculas. I've been sniping Iron Man.
were
Like it works against that, but like I, it is. It's just like a weird situational card and destroy, and you can't even use it late in the game. So like for
right.
instance, your Deadpool's already big enough by turn 5. So why
Exactly.
would you use your
My
lady?
Wolverine's stronger than 3. I
Right.
already killed Bucky Barnes, so I can't, kill the Winter Soldier and get like a super Winter Soldier.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So
So
it's not like she's even a destroy card at this point. She's
yeah,
probably a counter card.
word.
So yeah, that's the yeah. I think she's like DC ish. Just depends on the situation. And then
Yeah.
next we got Nimrod.
Nimrod. You think A or B?
I think he's B-ish. I think he's
B-ish?
like, I don't know. He's when I play against Nimrod decks, I think they're predictable. Only thing you have to do is fill up 2 lanes, and then like hope that you win them out.
Right. Cause I mean, what do you have? Really, like a destroy deck. Maybe you got Shuri Nimrod. Maybe you just have them on there, and then you have a destroyer deck. But that's not
Yeah, you
the
could still
the
you just skip out on the destroy lane and then
yeah.
just put your card somewhere else and you can win.
Right.
But I don't know. I just think he's a skippable card for me or skippable
Yeah.
archetype for me. And then lastly, we have Black Bolt.
Black Bolt. I don't like Black Bolt. You seem like you like Stature and Black Bolt.
Yeah, I love
I
that combo.
don't. I would say C, bro. But what do
Alright,
you think?
we'll put them together. I don't know. I think he's a B card because I like the Stature Black Bolt combo. I think I was playing like a Stature Black Bolt Sarah deck
Yeah.
not too long ago, and I was winning with it. It's just that I don't know. Ever since the nerf of those two, it's like, but it's such a good combo. I think it's
Right.
a good combo, and it disrupts discard sometimes too. It can.
Yeah, you get rid of right. You get rid of that. The Dracula or the Hela or something. Wait,
Yeah.
does he target the lowest? No,
I think
that's
it's
Silver
any.
Samurai.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
any. It's a random card in their hand.
Right.
So sometimes you just snipe something that they wanted. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's just like even for that though, like taking cards from them. I don't know. A lot of the like you got Cable, Yondu to a lesser degree, I guess.
yeah. Cable
Spider Ham, like
Yondu, Spider
all of
Ham,
those cards are just
Gladiator.
cheap. Like cheap when, and I mean like in cost. So
True. Yeah. They cause disruption too.
right.
But I
But
don't know. Black Bolt's that late game card you could play at turn 5, and then it gives you information. and it disrupts their turn 6 play.
Yeah. Now, as far as like the S, like if we were to make it like top five, do you? Well, first of all, would you move Vision up there,
I think so, yeah.
or and you
I think
seem
it'll
like you
either
didn't
be
really
Vision or Red Skull or Professor X.
over Blue Marvel then, because you seem like you weren't really a fan
A Blue
of Blue
Marvel, no.
Marvel, right?
No. I don't know. Who instead of Blue Marvel?
Oh, I thought you
I
were
think
saying
Red
like
Skull. I
Red
think
Skull or
Red Skull.
X. Yeah, Red Skull or Professor X.
Yeah, I think that's the top 5.
Yeah.
If you guys don't think it's the top 5, then fight me in the comments. But besides that, yeah, that's the top 5.
But yeah, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed episode 5.
Yeah, I survived this time.
Nobody's sick. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
thanks to y'all. Y'all liked and subbed on the last time.
Yeah,
Make sure
thank you
y'all do
guys.
it
I
again.
appreciate that. We'll be doing a tier 6 list soon, so be on the lookout for that. Yeah, anything you want to say to the people? Anything else?
And yeah, guys, last thing, just make sure y'all, if y'all haven't seen the first 4 episodes and y'all want to check them out, we got a little playlist of them. So definitely do that.
Definitely check them out. So till next time, guys, be safe, keep on snapping, and peace.